Okay.
Try.
Hold on. 1 second. Get this done.
Alright. I think this is going to be the last thing I do.
That guy's harassing those people. Gotta move.
Alright, there's my Cash App.
Little advice for you bad guys. I see everything.
There is the Amazon wish list. I'm going to pin the comment. I'm going to pin the super dude. The Cash App. My husband's Cash App. Now, let me do this. Hold on. Okay, so my star comment did not come pinned up. It did not. And when it doesn't, that means it's not going to, the comments are going to be messed up.
Bro.
So,
I love him too much.
let me see. Let me try to, hold on guys. Send some stars if you can. Send some stars.
I love him so much.
Normally if I refresh my comments, the star comment will come up in the comments, not pinned, in the comments. So when I pin the Cash App, it will be pinned, but I won't see it pinned. But you guys can. So if you come on here, let me know if you see the Cash App pinned.
Alright.
Okay? Usually if I refresh the comments, at least the star comment will come into the comments. Not pinned, but into the comments. But it didn't this time. Let me try to refresh it one more time. I don't know what's going on. Hi guys, hi guys. When I was going live on YouTube, on my computer, it had a bar for me to comment as well. So I could put my Cash App on there. But I couldn't put my Amazon wish list because I couldn't copy and paste it to my computer from my phone or iPad. I would have had to written the whole thing out, and it's a long thing with different letters and so on. Or I would have had to go on to YouTube from my phone or iPad later on and put it on there. So I really never did. But I'm able to type in the Cash App. But on my phone or my iPad, it never had a place for me to comment. If anybody knows how I can comment on my YouTube from my live on my iPad or my phone, let me know, because I'm on my phone live, but I don't know how to comment. There's no comment bar. There was on my computer, but there's not on my phone. And my computer's broken. By me, of course, so it's my fault. So I'm going to replace it, but it's going to take me some time. So, I don't know how to comment. How to comment on my phone to YouTube. Hi, William Hips. How are you doing? Hi, Maria G 3110. I'm just going to say Maria. How are you guys doing? Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. So I'm just going to say William and Maria, okay? And, oh, let me turn back on my... Okay, it's okay. The star comment didn't come on, but it's okay. But if y'all can donate, if y'all can give some stars, it'd be greatly appreciated. And that's for Facebook, because can't do that on YouTube. Now, if y'all guys would like to donate to the Cash App, that would be greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. I'm going to... Hold on, guys. Since I have comments phone and I'm about to bring up the recipe. Can you go on YouTube and find my live and just comment on Cash App? You know what it is? It's, money sign, Super Dude 76. Capital S. Okay? Thank you. Okay, guys. So we're having saucy chicken and tortellini today. Saucy chicken and tortellini. Okay, and I'm starting early because it's a crock pot. It's a little late. I was supposed to start at 11. That's what I said on my post on YouTube and Facebook. But I forgot I wanted the crock pot to start at 11. So I probably would have had to start it at 10:30 or 10:45. But I'm a little behind, so I will be fixing the post and putting
I did make a new one. I got another email. Where it's at over here.
a different. It says I think it said 5 on there.
I don't know the name.
Yes, I'm gonna put a different time because I'm a little late on this. Okay, but so let's see. How has your day been going, guys? William and Maria. William, are you subscribed to me on here? Sometimes I forget. Okay, so let's hurry up and get this started because it's gonna take a moment. I wanted y'all to see the crock. Can y'all see the crock pot? Okay. Whew. My nose, I think I might be getting a cold. I hope not. So I'm going to okay, I gotta bring up the recipe. Since I'm using my phone for YouTube right now, and my iPad, which I usually use for Facebook, I don't have a place to bring up the recipe, so I use my husband's phone. And it's on Facebook Cooks. Facebook Cooks. It's always been there. I just brought it up to the... I commented dinner tonight, so I brought it up to the top. Saucy chicken and tortellini. Okay? Now I just have to figure out, because my husband doesn't use Apple, so I have to figure out different stuff on his phone. Okay? All right, guys. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, no, never mind. I think I found it. I found out how to go to... All right, here it is. Okay. But when you look up saucy chicken and tortellini, the screen is blank. I don't know why the picture of it's not showing. See? It's blank. It's blank. But if you're on YouTube and you're not following me on Facebook, it's okay. Just follow the recipe as I give it to you on this live. Okay? Hi, Stormy. Let me see. Stormy Weather. I don't know if I said the last part right, but I'm going to just say Stormy. All right, thank you for coming on. If you're not subscribed to me, please subscribe. It would definitely help. I have a little bit over 100, and I just recently hit 100. And I've been on here for 3 years, and I'm trying to get to 1,000. Because I need to be getting monetized, paid, and I can't do that. I have to either get to 40,000 hours of watch time or 1,000 subscribers. And I could really use the income. I need it. So please help me out by subscribing and sharing me out and letting other people know about me. Okay? But anyways, you can't see the picture, but right below the picture where it says Taste of Home, that was .com, Taste of Home. I had a magazine called Taste of Home, and it's a site that you can go and find recipes. I had that magazine. I don't have it no more. The recipe was in there, but I shared it to Facebook. Saucy chicken and tortellini. So I click on that, and it comes up. It comes up, see? That's the picture. Okay? That's the picture of what it looks like. And if you look under the comments on the recipe, if you're in my Facebook cooks group, you will see a picture of when I made it before. I think the last post was 2 years ago. So I always try to post a picture under where I put dinner tonight, under the reply, I always try to put a picture. Okay? Sorry, it feels like I was gonna sneeze. But once you hit here, shoot, hold on. Things becoming, it says jump to recipe. So I jumped it. All right, I'm gonna give you all the ingredients. So if you want to write this down, you can later on. I'm going to try to not go too fast. Okay? It's 1 to 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast cut into 1-inch cubes, which I have not done yet, so I got to hurry up. Because I went out this morning, I had to take my dog to the vet hospital, which she had an appointment to get her paw checked. Because she had cut it like 3-4 weeks. Okay? So that's 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast. And cut it into 1-inch cubes. 1/2 pound of sliced fresh mushrooms. 1 large onion. Chopped or minced, whatever you want. 1 medium sweet red pepper. And 1 medium green pepper. Cut into 1/2-inch pieces. I just cut them into small pieces. I'm not like exactly measuring 1/2 inch. I don't have an onion. I forgot to get it. So what I'm going to use is this. Minced onion. It's like kind of like that, kind of like that. Okay, that'll work for now because I don't have an onion. I don't even I thought I maybe had a bag of frozen onions, but I must have used them all. Okay, and then 1 can, 2 1/4 ounce can of sliced ripe olives, drained. Drain the olives. Okay, and 1 jar, 24 ounces of marinara sauce. And 1 jar, 15 ounces of Alfredo sauce. And optional, you can use grated Parmesan cheese. Grated. Okay? Later on at the end when I put cheese on top, I'm going to put shredded Parmesan. I'm going to sprinkle it on top. I have a little bit left here, so I'm going to use that up too. 2 packages, 9 ounces each, of refrigerated cheese tortellini. Okay, not the frozen and not the one in the pasta aisle where you have to cook it. It's in the refrigerated section. Okay? Then it says optional again, same thing, grated Parmesan cheese and torn fresh basil. Okay? So if you want to go back after the video and write down the ingredients, you can. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to edit it and I'm going to put part 1 because I forgot to write part 1. Now, as far as the sliced ripe olives, the can, and mushrooms, I'm not putting those in because I don't like olives. We don't like olives. I'm the only one that likes mushrooms. My son does it. My husband does it. So I'm not going to have them pick through it. So I've never put olives or mushrooms in it when I made this. Okay? But the Alfredo sauce, the tortellini, those will be going in later. Now, the first direction in a 5-quart slow cooker, well, or bigger or whatever. Here's my slow cooker. It's got a plastic bag in there. Sometimes the plastic bag gets ripped, but it's easier to clean. But I'm going to buy one of those rubber ones that I can wash and re-put in the crock pot as a liner. Yeah. Combined the first 7 ingredients. Cook, covered, low, 6 to 8 hours until chicken is tender. Okay? So 6 to 8 hours. Now I'm gathering you could put it on high and do like 4 hours, somewhere around there. I could do that. And that would get me till 4 o'clock. But we'll see. I'll decide depending on what time it is. But 6 to 8 hours on low. The first 7 ingredients, which would be chicken, mushrooms, onion, the red pepper, green pepper, that's 5, sliced ripe olives, and the marinara sauce. Okay? Now the green pepper is going to be yellow or... It's going to be yellow. Yes, I got a red and a yellow because I don't like green. So it don't matter. You can put yellow and orange, green and yellow. It don't matter. Okay? All right. So let's start out. Hi, Joseph. How are you doing? Thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on. Yeah, most of the people, Joseph, in my family don't like mushrooms. My son and my husband don't. I do, so I don't put them in. So if you'd like to make this recipe, Joseph, you can leave the mushrooms out. And olives, if you don't like olives, you can leave them out. And if you don't like onions, you can leave them out too. Oh, and it did not say nothing about garlic. But if you wanted to add some minced garlic from refrigerated jar or fresh minced garlic, you can do that. Okay, yes, I'm going to say my chicken is partially still frozen, but it's okay because it's easier to actually cut chicken that's partially frozen. I just wanted to close that. Okay, so it's thawed enough where I can pull them apart. Now I'm going to use 4 pieces. I thawed out 2 bags that had 2 chickens in there each, okay? All right, so let's get this out there. Hold on, guys. You gonna come get the pizza before it gets cold? All right. Sorry, I think I have a cold. I hope not. Babe, can you bring me a tissue? Or bring me the tissue box? Okay, so let me... Yes, much easier. And as you cut them, you can just toss them into the crock pot. Okay? I gotta be careful because I don't want to cut my nails that I just got done. I've had it happen in the past before. Okay? Let's get all these up in there. Now, here's one thing. This is optional, and I could have done it. It would have made it much faster, probably. But I don't know if I did it that way in the past. But if you wanted to, you can put your chicken. It'll still take 6 to 8 hours, or 4 or 5 hours on low. I mean on high. 6 to 8 hours on low. You can take your chicken and you can put it in the crock pot whole. It doesn't say that in the instructions, but I know you can because, you know, when you read a recipe, there's a lot of things you can always do to change some things around if you'd like. Okay? Put it in there whole. And when it's done, before you add the tortellini, and before you add the Alfredo sauce, because that goes in at the end, shred your chicken. You can shred it in the crock pot, or take it out the crock pot and shred it in a bowl. Now, if you use a hand mixer, it shreds it great. Put it in a bowl, use a hand mixer, and shred it. I've done it many times, it works well. Or you can just leave it in the crock pot, take 2 big forks and just shred it like that. Okay? So when I do it like that, sometimes I end up with big chunks. So I like to take it out in a bowl and use my hand mixer. Alright? Hi, Michigan lady. How are you doing? What's shame mean? Why'd you say shame? I'm just asking. Okay. Now let me get the other 2 out. I got the first 2 done. Okay. Got the first 2. Alright, it's out the way if you want to rinse that. I was talking to my husband, guys. Alright, so. Okay. Get some of these little ends. Okay. When I'm separating my chicken, I try to cut off the fat ends so I don't have to do it when I cook, but sometimes I end up leaving some on there or forget about it, okay? All right. Almost done. Okay, almost done. Okay, almost done. Okay. All right. All ready? It says 1.5 pounds. Mine may be a little more, but oh well. If you want to put a little extra chicken, it's up to you. Okay? Okay. One more chicken to go. Oops. Hold on, guys. I dropped my phone. Sorry, Michigan lady, can you tell me what you meant but when you said shame? Or were you talking to me? Okay. Those two together. Okay. Okay. Getting there. Okay. Okay. Alrighty, so we're just about done here. Alrighty, so the chicken's all cut up. So I'm washing my hands. I need this water to get hot. So who's still on here? Say here or I'm still on or something if you're still on YouTube. On Facebook, if you just came on or you've been on, please hold on, let me wash my hands, and then I'm going to refresh my comments, and I'm going to see if anybody has commented or come on. So if you're on here, please hold on, give me just a second. Please, I ask of you. Okay? Give me 1 second here, I know. The way the time is going, hold on. I might have to do 4 hours instead of, we'll see. Okay. So, oh, let me get this out the way. This closed up, so let me, okay, there we go. Alright, so now, I got the chicken breast. Now, if you want, now the ½ pound of sliced fresh mushrooms, 1 large onion chopped, go ahead and put those in there, and then put in your sweet red pepper and your green pepper, ½ inch pieces or whatever pieces you cut it into, or any color pepper. I might be getting sick. So, I gotta cut up I gotta use this one. The red one was for the meat. This is for, so, we're gonna cut up the peppers. And I'm not putting mushrooms in, and I'm not putting the olives in. So you can put your can of olives in as well. And for the mushrooms, I'm gonna use the minced, see? It's like pieces, but, so we're just gonna put a bunch in there. And if you would like, okay, and if you would like, you can add other seasonings that are not listed, okay? Which I am going to just because I want to. Just a little bit of salt. My electric pepper thing is not working. We've tried to fix it, but it's not working. So I'm going to try some other, some fresh batteries. We tried some batteries from something else that we've never used, so I thought that might work, but no. Just a little bit of pepper. I'm glad I had this backup pepper. This is just regular pepper, but if I wanted to, I could have used this, which I should have. This is black and white peppercorn. Let me get some what? Pepper grind. I have to actually. Oh, I can actually smell it. I keep forgetting I have this. Because I did a recipe that needed white pepper, and the store didn't have any, so I got that. Okay. So now, let me see what other ingredients that I might want to put on here. Because it's not seasoned at all. It's just got the mushrooms, onion, bell peppers, olives, marinara sauce, and then later on it's going to have the Alfredo sauce, so it's not going to have any. Here's some garlic powder. Shoot, I can't, my nails. All right, that's just a little bit. And I did I dropped the cup in there, so I have to wash it. So I did put that minced onion, but I'm going to put onion powder as well. Not so much, but I'm going to put it. Okay? So that, and I thought about Italian, no. Tony Satcheris. I got the Tony Satcheris, no salt. But I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use some paprika. Paprika. And we're going to stir this all in once we get everything in, okay? And then we're going to start it, okay? So, all I have left now is the bell peppers and the marinara sauce. Since I'm not putting the olives or the mushrooms. Okay? Now, we are going to take this big knife that I use. Okay. Now this big knife, so I can cut the bell peppers. See? Okay. I washed it with hot soap and water. Nobody else? Anybody on here? Stormy, Joseph, Michigan lady? I'm just naming the people that was on my YouTube. Now I'm going to try to cut this a different way. No, never mind. I was going to cut it a different way than I usually do, like I've seen on some of the cooking things, but usually I'll do this sometime. Well, I do it all the time, but not this time. Hold on, guys. Just stick around. Usually I will take more than this. And I will cut up a whole bunch of bell peppers. And all the ones I don't use, or if I do it ahead of time, I'll just put them all in a bag, in a Ziploc bag, and I'll freeze them. Yep. Oops, that fell in the trash. Oh well. Usually I'll freeze them and then use them when I need them. Does anybody else do that? Comment below if you do that. Comment below if you do that. Okay, so let me refresh the comments on Facebook. Careful as I'm cutting this not to cut my nails because I just got them done. I don't want to have to pay to go get one fixed. Okay, I'm cutting all these into strips and then I'll cut them into. And then I'll mince them. Sometimes I'll do 1/2 at a time. I'll cut them into strips and then mince them, but I felt like cutting them all into strips first, just because. Usually, if I'm not rushing, because we ended up dropping our dog off and then going to the car wash because she threw up in the car on the way home, on the way to the vet. I don't know why. She doesn't normally have car sickness. And on the way back. So let's go. Let's see. Nothing. I got nothing. Nobody's on here. Okay. Nobody's on Facebook. A lot of times people are not on here this early because they're working. That's why I tell everybody sometimes they don't see that I'm on. And I haven't said this in a while, but I'm going to say it. If you'd like to turn your notifications on, then I'm going that I'm live or whatever. Oh, now this is for Facebook. On YouTube, if you subscribe to me and then you click on the all, check off where it says all, you'll get notified of all my lives or when I come on. If you tap the screen, live or replay, it doesn't matter. Click the three dots in the right hand corner, top or bottom, okay? Top or bottom of the screen. And near the bottom it says turn on live notifications. All right? If it says turn off live notifications, that means you already have them on, okay? So, okay, and just check them every once in a while because sometimes they get turned off. Okay? All right. All right. Let's get this done. These are not the same size strips. So some of them may be a little bigger or smaller than others. And if you need to get them out the way, just pick them up. I do have that other thing that I could scoop these up with, but I didn't feel like getting it. I forgot about it. All right, just scoop them up and put them in the crock pot, okay? All right. That's just my phone. So you hear that sound or sounds coming from my phone? And it's just my phone. They don't cut right unless you put them on the side. So yeah, turn your strips to the side because they cut better that way. Flat on the back, they don't want to cut right. You have to cut and then be like this, trying to get them. So. Sometimes they just don't want to come apart. All right, we're getting there. I just don't want to get my nails by going too fast. Okay, I got most of the red done. I got a couple of yellow, but all right. Let's refresh comments again to see if anybody came on. If you come on, just give me a minute, okay? All right, let's see. Anybody come on? Nope. Nobody. I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. Normally, when I'm not so busy, like I said I would come on at 11. I was late. But I wanted to crock. I said 11 because then my crock pot could be ready at 5. And I said I'd be back on at 5. But what I forgot was, I always forget this, but that I should have said, well, I'm glad I didn't because I was late for 11, but normally I would come on at 10 o'clock. I mean 10:30. 10:30, that'd give me 30 minutes to talk to you guys and get this crock pot set up and ready and all the ingredients in there. Okay? I would come on at 10:30. And then the crock pot could be started at 11. Okay? And then, instead of coming on at 5 when it's done, I come on about 4:30 or 4:45. So if I have to cook pasta to put in the crock pot, I would come on about 4:30. But 4:45 so I can check it, add anything, or do anything extra I need to do. Okay? Okay. And if you put in whole chicken, then I would come in earlier so I can, deal with that. But none of that. None of that. I don't have to cook pasta ahead of time. I'm not shredding chicken. I already cut it up, so. Okay. So I got all the bell peppers in there. After the bell peppers, it says sliced olives if you haven't already put them in there. And I'm not, so then the marinara sauce. Marinara. Let's pour it in there. Like I do with spaghetti, I'm just going to put a little bit. I'm going to make sure the water is cold. Just a little bit of water, not much, to do this. Shake all that excess sauce that may not have come out. Okay, not a lot because it will water it down. Okay? Okay, so that's done. Now, so it says, combine first 7 ingredients, right? So we're going to get the spoon, and I'm going to rinse this spoon and just put it to the side so I can use it later on. Because after that, when it's done later on, we're going to stir in the Alfredo sauce and the tortellini. We're going to cover it, and we're going to cook it. Now you're going to cover and cook. You're going to keep it on low or high, whatever you have it on, for 15 to 20 minutes. Until tortellini is tender. And if you desire, you're going to top it with Parmesan cheese and basil. So what I'll do is I'll take some shredded Parmesan, sprinkle it all over the top, and then I'll sprinkle some basil on top. Okay? So, done with the trash can. All right, let me close. So we are going to go ahead. Let's see if anybody is on YouTube. It's been 50 minutes because I was extra talking. Nope, nobody knew. And the people that were on there are off because it says nobody. But I got 5 likes. That's more likes than I've had in forever. Okay. So let's refresh the comments again to see if anybody has come on. And I'm going to fix this and put part 1 so we know it's part 1. And I'm going to share on Facebook. I'm going to share this to my second page, Elizabeth's Life. Elizabeth''S Life. Life. Okay? And I forgot to say earlier, how are you guys doing? If you come on, say hi. If you're watching the replay, comment hashtag replays so I know how many people I have after I post this. Okay, that's what I usually say at the beginning. I'll say, hi, how are you doing? If you come on, say hi, which you guys on YouTube have been doing. If you're watching the replay, comment hashtag replay so I know how many people watch this after I post it. Okay, and I will edit it and put part 1. Okay, then I'll put part 2 on the next one. So I will look on the post. If you see this before tonight, look on the post that I made on my timeline. Look on the post that I made on my page on YouTube. And you'll see me update the time that I'm going to come live. But I'll tell you guys on here as well before I go off. Okay? So let's stir this. And I'm going to give y'all a quick update, a quick rerun of what I did, just in case. Okay? All right. So that's all mixed up together. Now, we're just going to rinse this. I just stirred it. And I will wash it since I stirred raw chicken with it. All right. So a quick rerun. Okay? You are going to combine the first 7 ingredients on the list in this crock pot. Okay? And that will be the chicken, 1.5 pounds, or a little more if you want. I use 4 chicken breasts. The bigger they are, the less you probably need, but those weren't super huge. 1/2 pound sliced fresh mushrooms, 1 large onion. You can use yellow or white onion, whatever you prefer. 1 medium sweet red pepper cut into 1/2-inch pieces, and 1 medium green pepper cut into 1/2-inch pieces. So, you can use any color peppers you want. Okay? It doesn't have to be red and green. I use red, but I didn't use green because I don't like green. Okay? And then, sliced ripe olives, drained. Drain the can. It's 1 can only. It's 1/4 ounce. So it's those small cans of olives. And then the 7th ingredient is the marinara sauce. All right? Once you dump it in there, just put a tiny bit of water, shake it up, and dump it in there so you can get all the sauce out. Okay? Let it cook on low for 6 to 8 hours. If you're lacking time and you need to put it on high, go ahead, but that would be about 4 to 5 hours. So check it after 4 hours. Okay? On my crock pot, it has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So if I want to do 4 hours, no, if I want to do 5 hours, like it's 4 to 5 hours. So I'm not sure if it's going to need 5 hours or not. So what I would do is I would put it on 6 hours. And then at 4 hours, I would check it. And if it's not ready, I would let it go 1 more hour to 5. Okay? Because if you want 5, you got to put it on 6. If you want 3, you got to put it on 4. Because there's only even numbers. Okay? But if you have 6 to 8 hours, let it go. Now, it's cut up, so it probably take closer to 6 hours, but everybody's crock pot is different. Okay? And then when you come back and it's done, add 1 jar, 15 ounces of Alfredo sauce and the 2 9-ounce bags of refrigerated tortellini. Now, I bought an 18-ounce refrigerated tortellini. So if you want to buy a bigger one instead of 2, you can do that. Okay? Refrigerated, not frozen, and not the one from the regular pasta aisle. Okay? Now, if you got the one in a bag, because I probably have one in there, from the pasta aisle, I'm guessing you could use that if that's what you have. You can either pre-cook it, or you can put it in here, but you probably have to let it cook for 15 to 20 minutes, just like the refrigerator, or you might have to cook it longer. Just pay attention until it's soft, I guess. I guess it could work. You could try it. I'm not saying you can't. Or the frozen ones, but it might take a little longer because it's frozen. Okay? And then at the end, if you want to put some, it says grated Parmesan, but you can use grated Parmesan, like you would sprinkle on your spaghetti. Or you can use shredded. At the end, I'm going to shred some in there on top, and then after it's cooked for the extra 15 to 20 minutes. That's why I'm going to come a little early, so I can talk to you guys while we do the 15 to 20 minutes. And then at the end, I'll sprinkle some shredded Parmesan, so it'll start to melt on its own. I don't want to recook it. I don't want it real melted. Then I'll just put some basil on top. Now, I thought this was going to be used to mix in with that during this time, but it didn't say, but I'm going to go ahead and do that anyways. Oh, there's only a tiny bit left in here. I just want to get it all broken up. So I'm going to dump it. It's gone. I'm just going to put a little bit more. You don't have to do this. It does not say to. But I'm going to anyways. And I'm going to stir it up into this. I love the smell of Parmesan cheese, especially the shredded one. When I put it on top of my spaghetti, I'm like, my spaghetti smells so good. Okay. Okay, I did that. Okay. I have some dishes that I'm going to wash after I'm done with you guys. Okay. So, one more time I'm going to refresh the Facebook. It says one person is on here. But if you're on here and you haven't said hi, please say hi. Okay, let's see. Nope, nobody's come on here. Now let's see on here. Alvin! Hold on, guys. You didn't comment the Cash App?
It won't let me.
Huh?
It said it won't let me.
Why? You can't make comments on my live?
I don't know why.
I want to see that. Why would it stop you? All right, guys. You guys on YouTube, if you see this, after I post a video, I'm going to go back onto my YouTube, go to my live, and I will post the Cash App. Okay? My son, I told my son to do it under his name, so I was going to tell you guys, if you see my son name, you'll see a Cash App. It's my husband's. I use his, just my son had to post it for me, but it said it wouldn't let him. So, I'll do it myself when I get off of here. So, if you see Cash App on YouTube, I've explained many times on what it's for. If you want to donate anything to show appreciation towards me doing my lives and to help me out, I'll use it for any, like if I need, like I want to get that big light that they sometimes put behind their lives to make it brighter. I would use any money from Cash App on that. If I wanted to buy more food to do my lives, because sometimes I can't do them because I don't have enough money to buy enough food for the recipes. I have just enough money to buy food, quick food just for us to eat, not extra ingredients for my lives. If I don't have enough, I always post it. I won't be able to do it this 2 weeks. But with that money, I would add that to that so I could do that, because using it for groceries, since my food is part of my life, that's part of content creation, all right? And other things, and for my time as well. So that's what I would use for if you donated to Cash App. And if any of you guys are on Facebook and want to follow me, be greatly appreciated. My name is Elizabeth Gibbs, Elizabeth, Gibbs, Gibbs. That's my main page, and that's where I go live. Same time I'm live here with you guys. And I do have a second page. It's Elizabeth's Life. Elizabeth with an apostrophe S, Life, Life. So if you want to follow me on both those. And when I go live on Elizabeth Gibbs, I always share it to Elizabeth's Life. Okay? So, if you'd like to. That's why I put a cash out. And I do have an Amazon wish list. So if anybody on YouTube is watching this and you'd like to look at my Amazon wish list, let me know and I'll post it in the comments. Okay, I'll post it in the comments because I can copy it after the live. I had already copied it, but you know, it's been a while, so I'll have to recopy it, and I can paste it to my YouTube once this live is over, because somehow it's not letting me comment on the live. I can comment on my live on Facebook, but I can't on YouTube, and I don't know why. I can on YouTube when I'm on my computer, but if I'm not on my computer, I can't. So, there we go. Alright, so, let's get this started. Alright, so let's put the lid on. If you have these locks, and when you store it, okay? I got it plugged in, so we're going to turn it on. Wait, let me turn on. So, the time is 12:46. Let me see. Let's see. $6:45 if I went 6 to 8 hours. 6:45. So I don't want to do it that late. So what I'm going to do, let me see. $4:45 would be 4 hours. Okay, I'm going to go between 4 and 5 hours, so we're going to go with, see, 12:40, 5:45, or maybe a little before that, so I'll say 5:30. So we are going to do it on high. The hours will be 6 hours because I'm going to do it between 4 and 5. 5:30 would make it 4 hours and like 45 minutes, or a little less if I come on. So that would be, I said 5:30, so I'll come on. 4:45 would be 4 hours. Oh, I'm thirsty. I'll come on at 5 o'clock. I think I put that on there. And if I did, then I'm going to just leave it. 5 o'clock. And well, the putting the tortellini in there and putting the Alfredo sauce is supposed to be after it's done. So I'll come on at 5 o'clock. We'll see if it's done, or I'll check it right before I come on to see if it's done. I'll come on at 5 o'clock. If it's not done, then I'll come on at 5:30. Okay? So check for me between 5 and 5:30. All right? And I'm going to end this live the way I end all lives. I know this is a quick meal. Besides sitting in the crock pot all day, it's quick to put it together. Just put the first 7 ingredients in there, and you can even add seasonings to your chicken before you add the other stuff, if you like I did. I just added a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of onion powder and garlic powder, and paprika. Regular paprika, not smoked. And I added these minced onions because I didn't have a regular onion, okay? Or a frozen onion. So I want to say I appreciate anybody who's come on here. Okay? I appreciate anybody who's come on YouTube here. Joseph, Michigan Lady, Stormy, Maria, William. I appreciate all of y'all. Okay, and I'm going to, as soon as I get off here, I will add Amazon wish list, I'll go ahead and add the Amazon wish list and the Cash App. If you would like to look at the Amazon wish list, it's greatly appreciated. Okay? So I appreciate you guys. And hopefully some more people can come on tonight between 5 and 5:30. All right? And it shows one person is watching, but nobody has commented hello, so I don't know who it is. But I do appreciate you, and I do appreciate anybody who comes on Facebook or YouTube and watch the replay. I appreciate y'all too. I need those watch hours. I need as much as I can get on both Facebook and YouTube. And if you're haven't subscribed to me on YouTube, or any of y'all who came on during my live haven't subscribed to me, please subscribe. Check the all so you can get notified. And on Facebook, come follow me if you're not following me. On this page and my second page, Elizabeth's Life. Elizabeth with apostrophe S, Life. Click on the live, replay or not. Press the 3 dots on the right side, top or bottom. Go down the list until you see get notified. Okay, if it says turn notifications off, that means they're already on. So, all right. And there's also adding to your favorites, and you don't have to, but I'm just saying there's other options. So check it out. All right, and please share. If you can share from YouTube, please do it. I'm not sure how to do it, but I know on Facebook you can share. So please share this and share part 2. Please share. Okay, I can use all the shares I need. And heart this. Give me some hearts instead of just liking the live. Heart it. And make some comments, okay? Comment what you're having for dinner tonight. Comment how your day's been going. And stuff like that, okay? Stay positive. Do what you need to do for yourself. You know, be a positive person for other people as well. And let's stay positive. And thank God for giving you another day. All right? So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your evening if I don't see you tonight. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, YouTube.